So today I'm going to share with you how to do QLA with OPM, other people money. Let's get to it. So hey, my name is Moran Pober and I'm here to share with you my journey in the business buying world and here to help you buy businesses as well. So if you're out there following Pena and QLA and looking out there to grow exponentially and achieve what other people maybe will achieve in their lifetime, and you want to try to achieve it in 3 to 7 years and build yourself some generational wealth, it means that you need to grow by acquisitions, and most likely it means that you need to use OPM, other people money. Now, the moment that you accept that, you need to understand what OPM means. It means that you need to go out there and look for institutions, financial institutions or private investors who will give you capital in order to do and follow your dream, which is to go out there and buy businesses in specific industries and sectors that you are passionate about, have some experience or have some contacts in. Now, the biggest thing you need to understand when you're looking for OPM is to understand what return can you promise to the investor or financial institution versus what is the risk for them. The more you'll be able to basically approach them and let them know that you understand where they're coming from, the more chances you'll have to get access to that capital so you could go out there and buy the businesses that you want. The biggest thing you need to pay attention to is the fact that they care the most about their downside. And the more that you can show them that they have no downside, the more chances you have to get capital. You need to understand that when they're looking at you, they're not just looking at your deal, but they're looking at you personally. Are you someone who's gonna be committed and consistent and gonna make sure that no matter what, there's not gonna be a downside for those investors? Or are you gonna be someone who's gonna run away in your first chance if something gonna go wrong? And that's one of the main things you need to pay attention to, which is why I highly recommend you to go out there and buy old businesses, boring businesses, established businesses that already exist for 5-10 years versus go out there and buy crazy tech companies. Now, after you talk to those investors, to those OPM for you, and you approach them and explain to them that there is no downside, then you need to show them what are the potential returns. You need to show them how much money they're going to get back. If it's equity, why do you think that their equity is going to be worth more? If it's debt, what kind of returns are you willing to give them? And who's going to have first say over the business or assets if something happens? You need to understand that after you talk about the downside, that's the only time that now you can talk about the upside and the returns, right? No investors care about the returns before they understand the downside. If there's something worse than making no returns, is losing your money as well, right? That's what investors want to make sure that, first of all, if they're going to put money with you in your deal, there's no downside. At least the worst case scenario, they'll get their money back. And after you can show them that that's the case, then you can talk about potential returns as well. Now, if you follow QLA, you know that Dan is really recommending people to have a dream team behind him. If you want to learn more about that, open my channel in a new tab and search for Dream Team, and I'm going to share with you my thoughts on how to use a dream team, if you need a dream team, and how and if a dream team can help you when you look to go and raise capital and use OPM. Another thing you want to pay attention to when you're approaching investors is, or something that they care about, is what is the minimum investment. They need to know what is the minimum investment to be part of your deal, to be part of your dream. And you got to tell them about that, right? So if you're going to tell them, hey, look, I have this deal, do you want to invest it? First thing they're going to ask is, okay, what's the minimum investment? And you got to prepare yourself in advance to know that answer to that, right? Because if you're just going to tell them, hey, just invest whatever you want, that means you're not professional, you didn't prepare yourself right. And always try to figure out what is their expectation. Always go and approach them and tell them, hey, if I had this deal, would you be interested in 10, 15%? Would that something that you'd like to explore? And see what responses are you getting. For most sophisticated investors, to get a return of 10, 15% with a very low downside, that's a very good deal. Again, if they can trust you, and they can trust not just you, but your deal, and you can show them and prove to them that the downside is very minimal, if any. Now, obviously, you want to have the full understanding of how that even works. Why would an investor want to work with you versus someone else, right? Those are things you need to prepare yourself to. So now that you have a little bit more understanding of how to use OPM to follow QLA, I'm sure you want to know how to be more productive with your time and make sure that you're putting your time into the right activities to make sure that you get access to more OPM, which is why I created this video on how to be productive. So go and check it right now and I'll see you there in a bit.